Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in South Delhi. And we're looking at some Lodhi era ruins that are behind us. So all this stuff is like 800 years old, and we're part of the Mehrauli Archaeological Park. And what we're going to look at over here is we're going to look at a little bit of this little town that's here. They're trying to restore some of the ruins. And then we're going to look at like Balboa's tomb and a couple other things. And just kind of check this out. This is pretty cool. So let's see what we see. So what we see here, this is an old settlement. You can see the walls of the houses and stuff like that. And then right over there is a gate. That was one of the gates that came into this community. And it's sitting up here on this hill. And they're doing some restoration in here. You can see where they've kind of dug in here and they're restoring it to what you see. Now the walls and everything they did these like really rough, coarse bricks. And it kind of looks like almost rubble. And then they put kind of a fancier facade on the front. But this over here, this is like a little bit of the tomb. This would have been all covered and it would have been archways, and this would have been like a dome. This is Balboa's tomb from 1285, I think. And this would have been one of those domes that you see that would have been traditional for like an old mosque. And these would have been all covered, and you would have had these little alcoves here that would have been little domes. And you can see a little bit of the styling that's left. But this is quite old. And it's in really bad condition, but it's still pretty cool to imagine this would have been a flourishing community right here. And so here is his tomb. Now the base of it has been restored. That's all new. But up here on the top, this right here, this is all the original. And that would have been all in Arabic writing. And this sandstone down here, this has all been restored. And this is just sitting out here in the weather right now because they haven't restored the top of this little tomb. And you can see how it's the coarse bricks. And then over here you can see that would have been the Arabic writing right there, plus the styling. And it would have been all up on the walls. But that's all that's left of it right now. But this part right here, this is in pretty decent shape. You can see the writing. I can't read any of it, but somebody probably can. So you can see there's another little tomb over there. And these would have all been houses right here across the way. And they would have been the same kind of rubble construction that they would have built the walls out of. And they would have been the houses, they would have been all covered. And let's walk over here and let's look at the gate. And it goes quite a bit. I mean, there's a lot to this little settlement. And there's some workers over there digging some stuff. This was all under brush. There was all kinds of brush over the top of this. They started clearing it off maybe about 100 years ago or so. And so this has been like kind of a slow process. This is the gate that would have came into the community. And you can see it's been restored pretty recently. It's in too good a shape. All that new concrete, even though it's cracking right up there at the top. So this would have been the gate into it. Now inside this archaeological park, it's like 400 acres or something like that. And there's 40 plus ruins inside of it. So you could spend a long time climbing around down here. And they're restoring about like 20 of the ruins or so. And this would have been outside of the park. And there's all kinds, or outside of the old city. There's all kinds of little ruins that you go through out amongst the trees. Some of them are just a little bit of the brick, and others are a little bit more substantial. So I misspoke. It wasn't the Lodhi, it was Mughal era. And so they're trying to restore this the best they can. And believe it or not, it used to go over the other side of the road. There was houses and stuff all over there. That's the substantial part of the ruin here. Now it's mostly just all these bricks and rocks. So you can see here, this is the Adam Kom Tomb right here. That's the name of it. And it's just been recently excavated, it looks like. There's the brush trying to come back in here. So we'll go back up in here. This is the high point of this little community. You can see how high this wall is. I mean, this wall is 10 meters tall at least, and it's missing the top part. And there's a little monument and stuff up on the hill. You can see just how many buildings and how many rooms and stuff there were here. Now there's not much in English here. There's some little signs that are made out of stone that tell you like an arrow to like one of the major ruins, but there's no real data plates here that describe any of this. So you just kind of come here and wander around and kind of envision what it looked like. Look at that wind blowing up, kicking up the dust. And there's a security guard that watches this. I talked to him a bit ago. He watches this ruin and he watches that tomb across the way there. So you can see in here, this would have been the doorway. And you come in here and this would have been your house. I don't know if they had some wooden beams across in these little notches for a roof for like a second story, but it wasn't spacious living, that's for sure. You never know, a lot of those old-timey places, they would have a small place inside for like sleeping and stuff like that, but the majority of the activities would be done like up on the roof or under, they'd have like an awning or something like that out here. So you could do all the cooking and stuff like that outside. And in the evening when it's cooler, they could sit out. But there's not a whole lot to see as far as restored ruins. Just a little bit of the towers and all of that. But I absolutely love seeing stuff like this. Ah, this is so fun. Yeah, when you come back 20 years from now, after they've done a lot more restoration, it'll look completely different. So hopefully they'll invest the money and the time and to fix this back up to where you could kind of see what it looked like back when it was a functional community. So you can see that's the two-story house there. There would have been another wall. This would have been another couple houses underneath all that pile of dirt. And it would have been quite massive in size. Now this predates Delhi. There's like one of the 7 cities before Delhi was here. Yeah, this is really cool. So you got some steps that would have went up here, and this is all collapsed down, and that would have been a walkway down between the buildings. And another one of the houses here, another one of the walls. Let's walk down there and let's see. There's the worker guys that are over here. They're digging around, so they're going to do some excavation right here on this part of it next. Let's look down these buildings. They look like they're in pretty decent shape. So this would have been right up here by the wall. You can see the archways, and this would have been a pretty good sized building. Would have been covered. Not sure what the function of this was. It doesn't look like it's residential. You can see they've came in and cleared out the brush, and they got that big tree stump there. And they're trying to do something here to restore this. Oh, and there's a couple other people going to wander around the ruins. You can see there's still a little bit of plaster up on that wall. Yeah, they actually have a sign out here. They just call this the ancient building. And it has the arches, and it would have had a timber roof over the top of it. And the sign is laying over here on the ground, so they're probably going to make something here, a little pedestal for it. So they do have some big plans for this ruin. That's the only English sign that I've seen. It looks like there might be another one over here. So this little building here, there's a sign here that says this is Gumti, late Mughal period. So it's a small dome, and there might have been a couple little minarets right there. And this would have been a market right here next to this small little dome. It has an entrance here on the east. So this is kind of cool. Still intact. They got some sandbags, so they're doing, or they did a little bit of restoration work here on this. And then you can see some more of the ruins over here. So they say right here, this is Balban's tomb. So this was a 16th century part of it. So they started doing restoration work here in 2001 and 2002. They started investing a bunch of money into it. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Let's walk over there to that dome. That's a tomb over there. That looks like it's definitely something that would interest me. Okay, so right over here they have another one of these old houses. Ah, this is cool. So I was talking to the guys out front here. They're the worker guys. They said it's very hot. They got to drink some water. So you can see the tree in the corner there. So these are the guys taking the break right now. But they've been out here with some little grubbing hose and they're cleaning off the brush. They're doing all this corner over here. Yeah, this is really cool. More of the little ruins. There's some up on the hill. And they have a little domed building up here. Let's look at it and we'll look down at this old town from up there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So you can see the whole ruins here. And it looks like the worker guys are getting busy again. They got some water. And we'll go over there and see that. But this is the little dome that's right up here on this hill. Looks like a popular photography place. And then you can go more into the park this way. Now there's actually, most of this is free, and it all used to be, but now they're charging 500 rupees for a foreigner to go into one section over there. And you can see that minaret from the UNESCO World Heritage Site up there. And then there's a few more ruins and stuff over that way. Okay, let's go check out this cool building now. So what a hot job. It's like 40 degrees and these guys are out here clearing this brush. Okay, so this is quite cool here. So this is the Jamali Kamali Mosque and Tomb, and it was completed around 1528, 1529 or so. And it's kind of funny because the security guard, he's been tagging along behind me. He's talking to Bun, telling her a little bit about it. But the Jamali means like the teacher, and the Kamali means the student. Ah, this is beautiful. I never get tired of seeing like sandstone carvings and all of that. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know I just love all these old buildings. Okay, so this kind of looks like a well, but it's the waju. It's the hand and the feet wash. So for the Muslims, they would wash their hands and feet before they came in here to pray. Oh, this is really cool. So you can see some of the styling and stuff. So they have the big blocks and then the sandstone that they've carved, the red sandstone. And check out this right here. Looks like a minaret. It's just a sandstone column. Oh, I got a sleepy dog over there. And over in this corner is the tomb. You can see the coffins and stuff. Now this is locked up. There's a sign that says it's a protected site. And you can see there's a couple of the little coffins and stuff here on the top. But what a cool little building that is. You see the blue paint up on the top. So you can see the top of the wall here. Yeah, only the officers are allowed to go in there is what he said. Let's look inside the Jamali Kamali Mosque. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, and there's a little set of stairs over here. Oh, let's go up in here. This is right here in the corner. Oh, and it goes up into one of these little domes. And then we got a fence here and a little courtyard out behind the mosque. Looks like some more of those buildings and stuff out there. And you can see the wall. Yeah, that's really cool. And that back over there is the tomb. Yeah, what a great little building this is. So you can see they've got the writing around on this red sandstone. So this has been restored because that is immaculate. And they have all the little details that they've carved into it. And this would have been covered. Now it's just kind of the raw brick. You can see this is the middle one. I really like how they've carved like this right here. That looks like the columns. And believe it or not, this here looks like the columns around the Taj Mahal. And then, oh, the main dome here. Got some pigeons in there. Oh, this was a pleasant little surprise. Okay, so you see this right here. This is a Hindu symbol. It's the 3 Hindu gods and their 3 wives. And then the center is for like the combining like the males and females. Oh, this is really cool. So you can see right here, inside is like the lotus. And so some people have came and defaced that. It's kind of like probably like in Cambodia, where they had the Buddhist stuff in the temples. And then when they converted back to Hinduism, they defaced all the Buddha images. So I don't know, that's just speculation. I don't know if that's right or not, but it seems kind of strange that it's in perfect shape except for the center of it. And this is the side of that mosque. Check out that little balcony. So it has another little turret on this side right here. You could go up there, but I didn't see the stairs to go up that high. And then this is the little courtyard. And then there's another little building over here. Oh, this is quite cool. And then this is the back side of the mosque. Oh, so you can see people have carved graffiti on the dome. Ah, that's annoying. Has some little balconies up there. Right over there, that's another one of the old mosques. And it's got razor wire up at the top to keep people out. And then this is the building that's right behind. And there's just all kinds of little ruins and stuff all out amongst the trees and stuff here. This is that building here with the arches for the doorways. Now they just got some trash in here. Doesn't look like they take care of this building at all anymore. You can still see the styling though with the stones. Yeah, it's quite cool. And one last look here. Oh, that's fantastic. That's going to finish up a video over here in this archaeological park. This is fantastic. This is over here in Delhi, and it's near the UNESCO World Heritage Site with the large minaret. But it's a park out here that you can just kind of explore on your own, and there's tons to see. I mean, we got to see those old buildings over here. We got to see that Kamali Mosque and tomb. And there's a whole lot more to see, but most of it is just ruins down to the base. So, you know, if you're a real like history lover, then it's perfect to come over here and see it. I can't get enough of seeing this. I really like climbing around on the old rocks and stuff like that. So if you enjoyed it, definitely smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around, and you're notified when I post a new video. And if you've been here or if you have any questions, let me know in a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Or if you've been here, tell me what you thought. And until next time, from over here in Delhi, India, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.